This is a lot of pressure already. I thought I'd go over some of the tools that are used to get these lug nuts off. Everybody has one of these in their car. Piece of junk. This is actually off my Subaru, and I'll show you on the Subaru. This is my Toyota. Some of you might have one of these. I'll go over the numbers for the strength and torque on these things, but I'll give you an idea. Get the right size on there. So this is a lot of pressure already. So it started to go. Okay, just tighten it back up. Okay, that's on good and tight. This is the tool you need. It is going to make your job so much easier. Just make sure it's in the right way. Go forward and reverse. Put it on the same bolt. Pulling up horizontally. It's that easy. And you put it back together. Put it back on. That's it. So, just to make it clear, I am going to show you on my Subaru what the wrenches will do. Okay. Subaru sells you a car that costs between $25,000 and $40,000, and they give you this piece of junk. I don't know how you're supposed to get a wheel nut off with this. I can't budget. This is a total waste of money. I'm going to show you what the torque is that I'm actually pulling up on. It still hasn't let go. And foot-pounds is in the black, right down in here. There, it let 110 go. Foot-pounds of torque. So we'll just push that nut back on. There. Okay. We'll use the same nut that we just worked on with the breaker bar, which has a little bit longer handle. Pretty sure you can see that. Just that little bit will give all the difference. So we'll undo this one. Again, as vertical or horizontal as you can. And just, that's it. That easy. And I'll put it back on. Again, I want to push down so that it goes vertical. That's pretty tight. I purposely put these on extremely tight, not so tight that they damage the bolt or the stud, but tight enough so that someone coming around to the parking lot with one of these can't undo my tires, my wheels, and end up having my wheel come off on the highway. And that has happened to me. Not that the wheel came off, but that the wheel was wobbling and all the nuts were loose. They don't just come loose by accident. So even if you have a locking wheel nut, if someone comes and takes all the other 4 off, you're running on one wheel nut, that wheel will come off. So I'll go over the numbers with you on the lever lengths and the amount of pressure it puts on the socket. Okay, so we've got all 4 of them here, and we'll just measure. I'm going to take note, and then we'll check them out inside. This one's 11 inches, but where you hold it, it's between 8 and 11. So we have to really say that it's, let's say the middle of that, 9.25. It'd be 9 1/4 inches is where you're actually holding onto it. The torque wrench is 18 inches long, and the middle of the handle is about 16 1/4 inches. The breaker bar, 22 inches, and the handle is here. Goes midpoint about 20 1/4. Really, it looks like it's a device that would really give you a lot of power, but it's deceiving because you measure from here. And we're looking at 11 1/4. You would hold on about here. Halfway would be about 9 1/2 inches. So the crossbar is 9.25 inches. And because you have this extra length on that side, and you're pushing and pulling, it's just like having, well, you're putting the same amount of force here as here. So you just multiply your force by 2. And let's go in and take a look at what the values are. We have tire wrench length in inches, force in foot-pounds, and the resulting force to the nut. These are my formulas in right now, division by 0. You'll see what that does. So the first one was 9.25 inches. The force, I'm going to guesstimate at about 30 foot-pounds because I could hardly pull on it at all. Very short lever. Don't worry about what this number means, it's just the relative force. Okay, then we did the crossbar, which I said got multiplied by 2, but it would be 9.25 inches, and where it gets multiplied by 2 is in the force, because you're pulling, it has the same length, so you're pulling up with about 30, and you're pushing down with about 30. So we'll give it 60 pounds. So it's effectively twice the relative force as the smaller wrench. Then we have the torque wrench that I showed you the reading on, which was 16.25 inches, and we saw that it had 110 foot-pounds of torque when the bolt let go. So we end up with 1787 as a relative number, and it's 6 times greater than that little garbage bar that Subaru gives you. And the number for the breaker bar was 20.25 inches, and because it was a bit longer, I'm just gonna say there was another 40 pounds worth of pull on it. So we'll make that 150 foot-pounds of torque that I'm able to give to it. It may be higher. I'll take a look at it. And there's the number. That breaker bar was 11 times the force of the little piece of junk that Subaru gives you. Let's assume that breaker bar could give me a better number. Let's say 200. Because it came off really easy. Like, I had no problem whatsoever. I just pulled on it and it came off. 15 times the pull power of the other wrench. Why don't the car manufacturers provide this kind of a solution to taking your tires off? If you're on the highway and you've got a flat tire, you've got to change it, cars are flying by you, why do you want to play around with this joke of a tool where you can get it done in no time with that? Hi, I'm Ron, the Free Fix-It guy. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe and click the like button. If you'd like to give any comments, please leave them below. So until next time, if it breaks, just fix it. We'll see you next time.